Hi guys, welcome to Otaku Junkie. Today I'm going to explain episode 3 of Chainsaw Man. So let's get started. In the starting we see a group of people works to clean up the mess Power made when she killed the sea cucumber devil. Makima informs her that if a public safety demon hunter division member killed a civilian hunter's devil, they would be guilty of obstructing that hunter's business and Power would typically be arrested for that. She reprimands Power for not thinking things through before acting and tells Denji to manage Power. She has talent using her blood because Power was the blood devil, but she gets agitated easily and might not be suitable to be a devil hunter. When Power overhears this, she fabricates a story in which she claims Denji forced her to slay the devil. Denji then calls her a liar. The two then begin debating who is telling the truth. Power ceases right away when Makima urges them to be silent. After that, Makima says she wants to see them get along, and Power agrees that they can. Power notices a cat and begins patting it a little while after Denji buys himself a drink. Although Denji claims that being able to buy a drink is a dream come true for him, if things keep going the way they are, being thirsty will be the least of his troubles, and with Power lying, things won't get any better. Power explains that she despises all people and only interacts with cats. Since one of them stole her pet cat Meowie, she now despises devils. Meowie was taken by Makima before Power could recover her, and while Meowie may now be dead, Power isn't willing to give up. Power is ready to put up with people or anything else she has to do in order to get Meowie back. She doesn't think Denji will be able to relate to her concern for a cat. Denji responds that it is foolish to do all of that for a cat and that he would do everything to touch some breasts, but he could understand her actions if she were doing it for a dog. Power then offers to touch her breasts in exchange for assistance in locating Meowie. Denji declares that as a devil hunter, he can't keep quiet about it and would murder the devil as he becomes enraged and upset at the devil that abducted the poor cat. The Public Safety Division then gives the two the go-ahead to shut off the power. Power explains as they move closer to the demon that she knows where it is but that only Denji would be able to defeat it because the devil will probably use Meowie as a shield. Denji explains that he formerly owned a pet by the name of Pochita. He is okay as he is in his heart even though he can no longer pet him. Power declares that people are stupid because doing so only proves Pochita's death and shows how sad self-comfort is. Denji decides not to dispute with her after considering his goal, although he is sure they would never get along. A time jump happens, and Makima is now meeting with the higher-ups. While discussing this, some of the attendees express their hope that in the future, Japan's only adversaries will be devils. They inquire about Makima's squad's performance, and she replies that one of them appears promising while the other she recently selected appears intriguing. They warn her that she must not become attached to them because it is her responsibility to raise them and employ them. A little while later, the scene switches to the inside of a car, where Aki complains that Denji is nasty and not at all interesting and questions why Makima has such high hopes for him. According to Makima, every devil is given a name at birth, and the more those names are feared, the more powerful the devil grows. For instance, coffee isn't thought to be particularly terrifying, therefore a coffee devil would likely be ineffective. However, a car devil would likely be strong because it is simple to see getting run over and dying. She claims that Denji can transform into Chainsaw Devil, which intrigues her somewhat. While everyone in public safety has a genuine desire or objective, Denji only wants to live the good life and even believes he can be friends with devils. Aki is still unsure of how useful he will be. When Power and Denji arrive at the city's outskirts, Power points to a house and claims the devil who kidnapped Meowie is there. Denji hopes he won't need to transform into chainsaws as he approaches the house, but Power assumes he is joking. Denji considers whether Power should be this close given that he can see her as they come closer and remembers that the demon will use the cat as a shield. Power admits that she did say that in the past, but she was mistaken. They halt in that instant. Denji tries to strike her with his axe, but she strikes him first and knocks him out in an instant. He has good intuition for an imbecile, she continues. Denji is dragged inside the house by Power. The Bat Devil, one particular devil, claims that because she kept him waiting, he believed she had fled. Power adds that it took her some time to reclaim some independence and that she has now delivered a human to him as per his request. The Bat Devil then takes Denji in his arms, remarking that because he is still young, his blood will be full of vitality. The Bat Devil reveals to Denji as he begins to awaken that he lost an arm and had to go into hiding as a result. Denji claims he doesn't care, but the devil retorts that food shouldn't communicate and argues that by ingesting human blood, he will recover from the injuries he sustained from dealing with people. Denji vomits blood after being lifted above his head and squeezed by the Bat Devil, who declares it unpleasant and discards Denji. His arm regenerates, but the Bat Devil wants to wash it with a human to remove the foul taste. Denji turns to look at Power, who says that he trusted her account and that people are naive. Although the Bat Devil admires the city, he despises the smell of cigarettes, cosmetics, and perfume. He declares he will be eating some kids, though, after smelling something pleasant. Power requests the human to free Meowie and explains that she has come as promised. Bat Devil remembers saying that, but instead of punishing her for bringing him foul blood, he just says that he hasn't, before swallowing Meowie. When Power notices that, she remembers her time spent in the woods and how she first encountered Meowie. After killing a bear, she discovered a cat and gave her the name Meowie. Before devouring her, she made the decision to make her fat. She continued to feed Meowie and take care of her while anticipating the day she would devour her. When Power is laying on a roof one day and hears the cat meowing, she remarks that hearing something other than screams is weird because she has killed everyone she has ever met. Then the Bat Devil appears and snatches Meowie. He claims that, having been hurt, he requires blood and that, if she wants the cat back, she must bring him a person. When Power witnesses the Bat Devil suckling Meowie, she turns to Denji and tells him that she now comprehends how terrible it is to not be able to pet Pochita. She is then taken by and ingested by the Bat Devil. The Bat Devil whines that she tastes awful, too, and that she needs to eat some kids to feel better. Then, as he soars into the city, he makes note that after the kids, he will devour some virgins, and that he would order a hefty man for his main dish and a pregnant woman for his dessert. He then observes Denji grabbing onto his leg and sucking his blood, pleading with him to return his breasts. When the devil notices that, he is shocked and seizes Denji. He remembers waking up one morning and not being able to locate Pochita. He searched all over for him and was afraid that a devil had eaten him. When he got back home, Pochita was waiting for Denji in the corner, crying. Denji held Pochita in his arms and quickly fell asleep, feeling comforted. Denji wonders how Power felt as she tried to go asleep while aware that the demon had Meowie. After pulling the rope on his chest, Denji uses the chainsaw that emerges from his head to cut the devil's arms and free himself, shocking the Bat Devil by revealing that he is actually a devil. Denji notices a woman and advises her to run as the two fall into a structure. Given that he is a devil, the Bat Devil questions why he did it. The devil is punched by Denji, who then engages in combat. He tells them to flee when he notices other people during their struggle. The Bat Devil notices this and wonders whether he can cut Denji by picking up a car with a person inside of it and throwing it at him. The automobile is eventually grabbed by Denji, who says he doesn't care whether he saves the man or not before throwing it back at the devil and smacking him in the face. The Bat Devil then releases a shockwave from its jaws that knocks Denji off his feet. The Bat Devil removes the victim from the vehicle with the intention of eating and curing him. He still hears the sound of the chainsaws through the smoke, and he ponders how Denji is still alive. Denji complains indignantly that despite his patient waiting, he was still unable to sense anything. Denji simply slashes them with his chainsaws while the Bat Devil warns him to stay away while throwing debris at him out of fear. The Bat Devil then makes an attempt to hit Denji, but Denji simply slices his arm before jumping to kill him and severing his stomach. With this, the episode 3 of Chainsaw Man comes to an end. So if you like my explanation, subscribe to channel for more videos like this. Tell me in comment which series do you want next.